Some do come to vibe.
Today we're doing a story time on how I found out I was pregnant, what pregnancy was like, and labor and delivery. Or maybe I'll just do labor and delivery. I'm gonna do labor and delivery. So I was due for November 17th and I didn't have my baby until the 23rd. And Mark, I've been telling you, I told you guys I was having contractions from I was like 7 months pregnant. And I'm not talking about Braxton Hicks. My baby was trying to come out at 7 months, but they stopped that. Anyways, I think on November 17th. No, I'm lying. I don't remember the dates. This was 5 years ago. My baby girl is 5 years now, so I don't remember the dates. But I knew I was due on the 17th of November, and I didn't have her until the 23rd. So, when November started, I was in an you do visits more often the closer you get to having your child. So I was at the doctor's weekly. My sister was pregnant around this time too, so I remember one day we went to the doctor together, and the doctor, I think she was dilated and I was in a lot of pain. So she was definitely dilated and I was in a lot of pain, so my doctor said, hey, head to the hospital tonight. We went to the hospital. Of course, my sister was definitely in labor and I was just there in pain for no reason, because the doctors checked me and I was not dilated at all. So I was there for hours down by the hospital with my sister for hours, to the point that I was there when she was pushing up my knees. And then they told me, go home, you could go home. Right as she pushed up my knees, they said, you can go home. I was like, huh, I'm trying to have my baby too. I'm in so much pain and I'm uncomfortable. I am ready to push her out. And Mark, I think my due date was before my sister's own, so I was pissed. Anyways, moving on. I went home and I think the next day, oh no, I was in a lot of pain I missed out something. When I was at the doctor, my private doctor, he crushed out a pill. I don't know what it was. He crushed out something and rub it on my cervix, twist and turn over in my belly and my body. That was the most painful experience. And he said, alright, boom, this must make you dilate. Go on down to the hospital. That's why he sent me down there as well. So that's how I got there. Anyways, people them send me home because they say I'm not dilated, and I was there for hours. I'm not dilated. So, boom. I was a bit scared too, so I was kind of relieved that I was leaving that hospital. But then, I was ready to just be over with the pregnancy. I was huge. I'm going to insert pictures. I was huge. Like, and I'm tiny. If you know me, you know how tiny I am. I'm so tiny. And Aubrey was huge. Anyways, went home in so much pain. The next morning, we went to go look at my sister and my niece at the hospital, and now I must start crying because I say I'm in so much pain and this is so uncomfortable and I just want to have my baby too. Anyways, I ended up going back to the doctor because I was in so much pain. I went back to my private doctor, and I think this time around him actually turned the baby in my belly. Like he did him do some wicked thing and him pulled something, but I know it wasn't my water in break or nothing. Him do that and then him say me for go home, lay down and don't get up. Don't get up till the end of the evening and come back to him in the evening, right? Go back to him in the evening and I was not dilated. Nothing happened. Nothing was happening. Anyways, him doing back in mojo in a cervix and pull something again, and this time I ball like a baby. That hurt. I don't know how him do, but that hurt. Anyways, now my ball I go back home. Now I go to the hospital because I'm not dilated. Him said I'm gonna come till tomorrow. Anyways, boom, I was just there crying because I was in so much pain, and I was like, I think we stopped to get food, and I was crying because I was in so much pain. At this point, I'm in active labor, but I did not know. No water never break or no name, just pop in my pop and send my own, but I was having contractions. No, I lie, I wasn't having contractions, but I was in so much pain. This story is all over the place because this is 5 years ago, people, so bear with me. But yeah, if it not goes so, it almost goes so, and that's good enough. But yeah, go man, I just a ball because I'm so uncomfortable. I couldn't eat the food I was stop and buy. Would you stop and buy KFC? I didn't eat the food I was stop and buy. Anyways, my friend and my dear father and my brother, they went on the veranda too, and I went to my bed. And while I was laying there, my mom was in her room too. While I was laying there, my ear something go boom. I'm a ball out. I say, oh, Paul. And everybody around come. I said, come mommy, come mommy. Everybody around come. They say when them take me up off of the bed, showers of rain, my water burst. My water broke, and it was just a relief. Like that, all of my pain is gone. But if I just did want to get the baby out of my belly. All my pain was gone, and I was just so excited. I was so happy. Like, yes, I'm going to have my baby. And going into labor, I did not know the seriousness of it. Like, nothing about pregnancy, I'm just never aware. I was so not aware. Kids, listen to your parents, okay? Take it from me, listen to your parents. Certain things you don't need to learn on your own. Just saying. But yeah, me, I'm going to labor not knowing, like, I was trying to be optimistic, like, everybody experience is different. I don't have to, because my mom was trying to warn me, but I was like, I don't have to go through the same thing you went through. Everybody experience is different. Who knows, I might have a smooth sailing delivery. Anyways, water break, change off my clothes, headed to the hospital, right? I reached at the hospital. Mark you, I lived in Spanish Town at the time, and I had my baby at UA. So you know how far of a drive that is. Reached at the hospital. I'm sure a lot of things happened in that car because they said that I was a very violent pregnant woman. I think my friend said I was just snapping at everybody, and I was just in a lot of pain because I started feeling contractions in the car on my way to the hospital. Anyways, when I got to the hospital, I was 2 centimeters dilated when they checked me. Them checked me. As I reached the hospital, I just have vomit. I started to vomit, like I just feel extremely sick and back in pain. Anyways, when I take me to a penny that I just wanted to go and push this child out. Them clean me up. I was already shaved that thing, but they still do it. Them send you go bed, then push any man and send you go do. They did all that, and now I am on, I think, labor and delivery. Most definitely labor and delivery. Labor and delivery ward now. I got to the hospital after 11 on the 21st, I think. 11 at night. Or after 10, I don't remember. I don't quite remember. I know it was late at night. I got to the hospital, and remember I told you guys I was 2 centimeters dilated when I first got to the hospital. Hours passed, and the nurses coming to check me, doctors coming to check me, and when them check me, I'm still 2 centimeters dilated. And say hours pass again. When them come and check me, I am 3 centimeters dilated. Like, I'm not move. And I'm like, no, so them tell me pain a kill me. Pain a something for 6. Me a bite my mother. Me a tear out my ear. And I'm like 3 centimeters from the time. Hours have passed, I'm just not move. I think the furthest I got to was 6 centimeters. And then when I reached 6 centimeters, at this point they put an oxygen mask over me because the baby, I was out of it. It's like because I wasn't dilating, they gave me more drugs to speed up the process, and that bring on more pain, right? So I was just going through it, and then they put an oxygen mask on me. Every time I feel a contraction, I revive. I tear out my ear, bite up my mother, or me I bite up my baby father, and me I tear off the oxygen mask off of me. So the doctor say, "Mother, it's not for you, it's for the baby." I'm like, girl, do this and beat me. You come here, so, and take my position and do this and beat me, please. Do it better than how me I do it, please. Anyways, it coming like every time, it coming like I did a pass out. So like, if I wasn't feeling a contraction, I was passed out. That's what I remember. Cause like, remember one moment where I like feel a contraction and open my eye, I see my mother, and then the next minute, I blink again. This is what it felt like to me. I blink again, I must see my baby father, and then I blink again, I must see my grandmother. So like the people them just like change, and to me, coming like a blink, me a blink, and then I was just under a lot of drugs. I was drugged up. Anyways, so I reached at the hospital Tuesday. Wednesday morning come now. I think that was Wednesday morning. Yeah, Wednesday morning come. I'm still in a labor. I'm still not move. So I reach at 4 now. Then reach at 6. When I reach at 6, the doctor come back and say, come check me and say, I'm going back down at 3. The whole of my vulva is swollen. What? What? Like, that was the most ghetto shit ever. The ghettoest shit I've ever done in life was the labor and delivery. That's crazy. Anyways, lo and behold, time just a pass. I'm not gonna away. The nurse them go on strike. So I see one surgeon run come in now and say, we have to get her to the theater. We have to get her to the theater. She have to do an emergency seizure because she's not moving and the baby. At this point, I'm drugged up and I don't know squat. But my ear them and I feel a sense of relief. Same time my mother start bawl. And me appeal and I say, finally the baby will come out, not knowing the seriousness of what's about to happen to me. Anyways, this Thursday early morning, probably like 12 in the morning now, they might rush me to the theater. Or probably 1 in the morning because my up maybe 2:42. They might rush me to the theater to make a do C-section. I ask my mother, what she a ball for? Because them push my bed. I go around the theater, I see my mother, may I ask her, what she a ball for? She said she don't want to take but understand. And me just glad for go have the baby. Because from jump, I wanted a C-section. I wanted a planned C-section, but my private doctor did not set up that for me. I don't know why. Given the size of my tummy and the complications I had during pregnancy, I feel like that would have been the best route for me. But hey, he didn't think so. But so said so, then I had to get an emergency C-section, which made my situation even worse because it had, I've been in labor for so long. When you could have just scheduled the C-section from jump, and we probably want to go through all of that. Anyways, now I'm reaching at the theater. The doctors were really nice. Surgeon was really nice. They might explain to me what's gonna happen and how they might go numb me from the waist down or whatever. They might tell me say it might not work the first time, and if it does not numb me, they're gonna have to do it a second time. So said so done. Them push needle on my spine. It did not work. I was still feeling everything, and then they do it a second time. Second time was a charm. It worked. But it looked like them should have got STORYTIME because y'all would not believe what happened. So I'm there now. You know, you're awake. I'm awake. They have a blue screen over me and I'm awake. I can feel them cutting. I'm not feeling pain, but I'm feeling pressure. I'm feeling pressure applied. I'm feeling tugging and pulling. So that's what I'm feeling, right? I feel okay. I feel fine. Me I hear them a talk over me. Them a say this is out, like say this are organ and them take out or whatever. One bag of madness me I hear. Anyways, them take out the baby and I see her, them try to clean her off a little bit, and then they were trying to put her on me, but when them Augusto, so this is Aubrey, and they're like to lay her on me, as my Augusto for fishing wrist her head or something. People must start feel the cut where them cut me, like me I feel pain now. I can feel it, some more ball out and tell them that I can literally feel the pain now. And when I said that, I remember then after that I was knocked out. I woke up back on the recovery ward. I'm gonna insert some pictures. When I woke up, I was out of it. I did not know anything. Not saying I did not know anything. I know somebody have a baby, I know somebody at the hospital, but I just didn't know what happened after, you know, they were putting her on me. I was very loopy. You know when people go get them wisdom tooth pulled or any form of tooth pulled and then put them under anesthesia? That's how I was with, and then behave funny and rude and blunt. That was me. After I woke up, I found out that I lost a lot of blood. I cannot leave the hospital. You know, most people leave 2 days after. I think I was there for 4 or 5 days after. I couldn't get up and walk because I did not have enough blood in me. I could not get up and pee. I could not get up and go to the bathroom on my own. They had to bring bed pants and put underneath me. I lost a lot of blood and I needed a blood transfusion. It took probably like 2 days before I could get the blood. They didn't have my blood type, I guess. So it was trouble finding my blood type. Blood transfusion 0 to 10, do not recommend. It was the creepiest thing to me. That's so weird, and I'm a very scornful person. It was weird having somebody else's blood being put into my body. That was very weird to me, and I feel like ever since I did a blood transfusion, I've been having issues with just a lot of issues. And after I did it, my tongue kind of felt funny, like it felt numb. But anyways, I lost a lot of blood. I was struggling with breastfeeding. That hurt. Breastfeeding, yet I believe say pushing out the baby or, you know, delivering the baby would have been the worst part, but breastfeeding was so traumatic for me. That shit hurt so bad. And I was like, because my body was under so much stress, it's like I wasn't producing enough milk, so my baby was there crying, and my boobs were tender, and I think I did not properly know how to have her latch on to my boob, so that hurt even more. I begged the nurse to just give her some formula to my mother come with my breast pump. Give her some formula, please, and the nurse not do it. Make them wait till my nipple like literally bruise, like it bust open and bleeding before them, you know, baby formula. So that was just a very traumatic experience for me. 0 to 10, I did a blood transfusion and my blood count went up, but not to where they wanted it. But I was so sad and depressed in the hospital because my baby father would have come look for my mother, my family members would have come look for me. They might bring my food. Mark you, the doctors didn't want me to get the food that my baby father was bringing for me. They didn't want me to get Burger King and Island Grill. They wanted me to eat the cold, nasty hospital food. And 0 to 10, I do not recommend. I did not want that. So then did I fight me out because I was getting junk food. That was number one. And I just felt so sad every time they would come look for me and had to leave without me. I'm like, I want to go home so bad. I don't want to be in this hospital. I do not like hospitals. I don't want to be here. It was my first time being in a hospital and I just don't recommend. I did not want to be in a hospital. So that was very depressing for me. So when I did finally got my blood transfusion, my blood count did go up, but not where it needed to be. So I discharged myself out of the hospital. Was it that night that I discharged myself? No, I actually begged my surgeon please to just let me go home. That's what I did. So he did. He felt sorry for me, and he did. He said he recommended some iron tablets for me, and I said okay, I'll buy them. Just discharge me, let me go home please. But guys, I shouldn't have done that, because a week later I woke up feeling very sick. I think I woke up the morning washing dishes. I got up in the morning and I felt so productive. Like I felt like I wanted to be productive. I was tired of laying in bed because, you know, I just have a C-section, so everybody did do everything for me. So the morning I woke up and I went to wash the dishes, and then I think I don't remember if I wiped out the house and I took out the garbage, and boom, I felt so sick after that. I felt so sick to the point that I told my mom I need to go back to the hospital. I need to go to see a doctor. I don't feel too good. I don't think my baby father was at the house at the time. And she said, alright, I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna get ready, I'm gonna get the baby ready, and I'm in the car. My mom stopped at the gas station in Spanish Town. We're headed to UE. No, not you, because I think I was just going to see a doctor. No, I was headed to you because up until 6 weeks after you have a baby, the hospital that you have the baby at, they're responsible for you. So I think that's where we left out, heading to UE. But unfortunately, I nearly didn't make it to UE. So my mommy stopped at the gas station. She got some gas, and then right as she drove off, I started to lose. It felt like I was losing oxygen. It felt like my brain was swelling in my head, and I just sounded like this. Like my body just went limp. I was like this. I was holding my baby. My baby was in my lap, and my body just went limp. My mom was driving. There was nobody in the back seat with me and the baby, and my baby was just swinging off my legs like this, and I was just like, Mommy, I can't breathe. And she said, shut up, talk to me. And she had screamed out for me, and she had slapped me. She had said, shut up, stay, and she had whatever. And she had screamed out for the people in the road and said, come out of the road and move. Because she was trying to get to a doctor's office that we normally go to. But at this point, I felt like it was just my last day. I felt like I was going to die. And even though I see me smile right now, like, that's literally how I felt. Like my body just went dead. And this was me. I couldn't hold my baby. I could not breathe. My brain, I felt like enough oxygen wasn't going to my brain. And I was starting to tell my mommy that I love her. I'm gonna tell her thanks to everything, because I just did feel like I did. Anyways, I ended up reaching at the hospital. She took the baby from me. Not the hospital, we had to go to the doctor for them. She was trying to get an ambulance to get me to the hospital, because that would be quicker. So for the doctor and them listen to my chest at the time, and them say them hear something from my chest that I need to go to the doctor office right now, like ASAP, no stopping. Not the doctor office, the hospital right now, like ASAP. Don't stop anywhere, don't do nothing else, just get her to the hospital, the nearest hospital. Mom can't believe a Spanish town, I like Spanish town hospital. I just don't like Spanish town hospital. 0% do not recommend. So in another dying state, you know, some tell woman say, I'm not Spanish town hospital, she better carry me, go you. Anyways, she had to get somebody to come and hold the baby for me. So we go pick up our friend, and we got to UE. When we reach them, did I try set up a drip or IV or whatever? I don't know what they were doing. But lo and behold, the woman could not find a vein. And guys, if you know me, I have very veiny hands and feet. There's no way you could miss a vein or not find a vein on me. There's no way. I even have this biggest vein in my forehead. Like, there's no way you could miss a vein on me. And the woman joked me the wrong place and swell up my hand. Black and blue, just in pain. On top of the pain I'm already in a can't breathe. Mark you, when I was at the when I was at the doctor's office, they told me that they heard something and it on my chest and my for rush because it could be pneumonia. I like to research things. So after I did my C-section, I looked up side effects and whatever, and people did say after you do a major surgery, not people, I found that after you do major surgery you can develop pneumonia. So I said backside, I have pneumonia now. Anyways, reached the hospital and then the woman swelled up my hand. And then boom, the doctor come back in and said they need to check my heart. Cause them not understand. My mother start bawling, the woman put on a piece of bawling. But I understand why, because me and my sister have baby the same time. Around about the same time. My sister had baby the 21st and I had baby on the 23rd. So my mother was back and forth from hospitals because we did not have baby at the same hospital. It was just she alone. I do the 9 yards. So I guess she was overwhelmed and she just break down again at the people in the hospital. But I did feel it that time and I did understand it that time because I don't go through all of these traumatic things, so I never did expect me to say, alright, I understand the seriousness of what's happening now. And them check my heart. I think it was an ECG or EKG, whatever them call it. Y'all bright people can tell me in the comments. But yeah, they did that and my heart was fine, but I needed blood. I had no blood. I needed more blood. So I should not have begged them to let me go home. But I did not want another blood transfusion. So guess what I did again? I discharged myself from the hospital. Mark you, I was going to stay in but I did not want to be in the hospital for long. So my understand say, yeah, I need blood. Get me blood. Them said them I will keep me overnight to give me the blood. It was approaching 2 days. And I was them still not coming up. No, I don't get no hospital. So long. I don't like hospital. And then I was crying to my nurse and I was just telling her, oh, I miss my baby because I did not have Aubrey because the nurse swelled up my hand and I just did a C-section and I not have no strength in me. I nearly dropped the baby, so Mama did carry her home. And I just missed my child. I met a Baltimore nurse and she said, you know, she that explained to me that she was in a similar position and her blood count was really low at one point and she was against getting another blood transfusion too. I did not like how the blood transfusion made me feel, so I honestly just did not want another one. So I was just crying about it, and if they had given it to me the first night, then boom, probably would have get it and stay and take it. But I did not want to be in the hospital for long. So the lady was telling me that she took a liquid iron that helped her, and her blood count was lower than mine, and she did not have to get a blood transfusion. So I was like, F this, I'm going home. So yeah, I discharged myself and I went home and I took a liquid iron and I'm not better because I'm still anemic right now, like horribly, but I got better during that time period. I'm still so horribly anemic now because I have no discipline and I don't take my iron tablets. But yeah, that's the reason why I am so scared to have another baby. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for supporting me. Please like, comment and share. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Guys, it does not cost you to support. It does not cost you to share my videos. Go share them, okay? More juicy stuff coming. Leave down below the next video you want to see from me. I promise to deliver because I'm staying consistent this time. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here to stay, okay? Bye.